Ernie C. from Body Count. You're listening to Backstage Access, where the real show begins.
We say that Black Lives Matter, but truthfully they really never have. No one ever really gave a fuck. Just read your bullshit history books. But honestly, it ain't just black.
Hey, this is Chris with Backstage Access, and we are super stoked to have with us today Body Count guitarist Ernie C. So, welcome to Backstage Access. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. We do appreciate it.
No problem whatsoever.
So, talk about the new album, Bloodlust. Wow. I mean, the first time I heard that, wow was about all I could say. What a record, right? Tell us a little bit about the new album and what was going on in the making of the album.
You know, I've been doing press on this record, and it gets that kind of reaction. I mean, that's what rock and roll is. I mean, that's why we play rock and roll, to get a reaction. If people call it, it was okay. You didn't do right. Rock and roll is supposed to get a reaction. So the record's violent. It's like it's a blood and guts kind of horror movie that you walk through. You know, it goes from everything from Civil War to everything is on that record. You know, every kind of emotion. You go up and down, and left and right. So the making of the record, we stayed in Arizona. Ike had his vacation is in the summer. It's like his job on Law and Order. It's like being in high school. You get a summer vacation. So on his summer vacations we tour. On the summer vacations we work on records. So last summer we worked on a record. So we went to Arizona and we just wrote a record, and it just felt right. That record, it just came together really good. I think, my personal opinion, that's the best record we've done. I told him, I said, this is the best record we've done in 25 years. It's really good. I mean, it's really intense.
Intense doesn't even touch what this record is, for sure.
When you turn on the record, it seems so real. I mean, but it's all drama, but it seems so real, like what's going on. So, yeah, it gets your reaction.
Now, as far as writing material, now you've been friends with Ice-T for so long. Is it easy to work together? A kind of natural flow just happens between the two of you?
No, I mean, we've been friends for over 40 years, and it's just natural. I mean, he comes, we sit down, we write riffs, the band, we all get together, and, he's a musician himself, he doesn't play anything, but he carries a good humming tune, so he knows what he wants. So it's easy to write. It's not stressful. When it becomes stressful to write a record, you don't need to be writing records. You need to be doing something else. We have a good time, doing records. We quit. We've lost 3 of our members, and we quit for 8 years. We quit making records for 8 years just because it was stressful and, it wasn't fun. So then we decided to get back together and do records. And the last 2 records have been we've had the time of our lives.
Right. And, it's going to come across in everything that you do when it flows like that. Now, from a guitarist standpoint, how does it work as far as your, putting the riffs into the song? Do the lyrics come first, or you guys kind of have an idea for a riff and a main jam for the song before Ice adds his lyrics?
We always do riffs first. I mean, that's basically the way we do things. We do the music first, and he finds the words that in the melodies that fit the music. We don't go in reverse. We really, only song we did in reverse was 25 years ago. We did Cop Killer. We had just the title for Cop Killer, and then we made the song. But for the most part, we write music. We all sit together and write music and riffs and jams and what feels right. You gotta have the right feel. I mean, you can't get a feel from a lyric.
Right.
So we write the music to get the right groove, to make it groove right and fit everything into that.
Right, and what is so cool about the record is that it all kind of flows together. The music fits the lyrics end up fitting the music, and it all kind of flows into one.
Someone told us that record plays like the Chronic. You can put it on at the beginning, and it goes up and down. Like that record, we sequence that record. Something that young people that do records now don't know about because they don't buy records.
Right.
We sequence that record. We sequence sequence that record to play from beginning to end and take you up and down, and then it gets quiet and gets loud. That record's been sequenced. People now don't sequence records anymore because it's a lost art because they buy singles a lot. So that record is designed. That's why we're pushing the record. It's designed to put on, and you can listen to the 47 minutes of it all the way through without getting bored.
Right. Well, no, you're definitely not going to get bored listening to this one. That's for sure. Now, obviously, some of the songs are touching on what's been going on in this country. And, I mean, the band, you're just not afraid to put things out there. So do you think that your fans are ready to hear it? Some of the songs like Civil War, No Lives Matter. What has the reaction been so far to the new songs?
Well, I've been doing European press. They're relating to it because this is going on all around the world. I mean, you know, it's not just in the States here. It's going on all around the world. You know, I listened to Tom Morello here some of you know Tom,
right.
Rage Against the Machine or,
sure.
or Prophets right now. And Tom said it's good to have your uncensored voice out there. You know, so that's the way he felt about it. And it's good to have an unfiltered voice. I mean, music, a lot of bands right now aren't really doing that. They're kind of just, I don't know what they're doing. They're not really reflecting what's going on. So we're trying to reflect on exactly what's going on. So, you know, and that record, you know, this song, you know, years ago, 25 years ago, this Friday will be our first record with Cop Killer and Mama's Gotta Die. It's, you know, we tackled racism and cop violence 25 years ago.
Right.
And basically, we're writing about the same things, you know, 25 years later, which we thought would get better. It actually, right now, it's gotten worse. Right,
absolutely, yeah. You wouldn't think that looking forward 25 years that the issues would be as prevalent as they are today. And
after we saw, go ahead.
It seems like little progress has been made.
Yeah, after we saw Rodney King, you know, when that got recorded, we thought it was you know, everything would be on alert, you know, that you know, it would calm down. But, you know, we're writing about it again. You know, the song No Lives Matter has to do with racism, but it also has to do with social and economic things. Economics play a whole big part of this whole, you know, what we're talking about in this record also.
Right, absolutely. And touching on the No Lives Matter song, because you just recently dropped the video for that, are you involved in the video making process?
No, we hired someone to do that, but we had the idea. We knew what we wanted it to be gritty and dark. We got, you know, it's been out for a couple of weeks, and we've got 500,000 views of it, which is really good for us, the kind of band we are. So, and we're coming out with another video, I think, this Friday. So we're making a video for every song.
Okay, cool.
Right now. Yeah, you know, because, you know, last week we did our first record that I call it our comeback. We did Manslaughter,
right.
And we went out and played with Avenged Sevenfold on the tour, right? And the kids knew all the songs. We're like, how do they know all these songs? The new songs, they knew it from YouTube. so we were like, we got to make videos. So we're making videos for every song.
Cool, very cool. Now you also had Will Putney in the studio with you again. What's your experience been with Will, and how does he help kind of bring out the best that Body Count has to offer in the studio?
Well, Will Putney, you know, he's you know, he's like 27 years old, and we just like having him around. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's cool. He's a guitar player. And you know, I produced a Black Sabbath record in my life, and they didn't want to open up to change. So I made it a point to listen to what Will has to do and kind of just take the band in the direction he wanted to go, unless it was going to hit the wall. But he's been doing it. He did in the last two records. He's done a great job with the band. You know, he's a good musician, good producer, and he fits in well. He fits in well with us. So we like him a whole lot.
Great. Now you also brought in a few amazing guest artists for this record. You've got, you know, Dave Mustaine, Max Cavalera, Randy Bly. How did they get involved with this project, and what was it like working with them on some of these new songs?
Well, it's a funny thing because we didn't see them in the studio. They, they did their own thing. But how it came about, it sounds like it's some kind of record company. Let's get together. Let's get so and so together. But how it actually happened was Dave Mustaine. We've known Dave since 1988 when Ice and I were together. I met Dave Mustaine when I worked a 9-to-5 job as a messenger.
Okay.
And, yeah, I met Dave, and he was like, I said, I know this guy Ice. That's when Ice was just coming out rapping, and he was going to have me and Ice on a Megadeth record, the coolest guy in the world. But it never happened. And then years and years later, they're both on Twitter together. They started talking on Twitter, him and Ice, and Ice says, can I send you over a track? So we sent over the track, and he did that, the dialogue. He wrote the dialogue at the beginning, and he did the guitar solo, which I was just so happy that I'm playing on the record with Dave Mustaine. So it was real simple. There was no management, no lawyers, no record company, just us being friends for a long minute. So, and see, Max got on the record. We were in Arizona writing this record. He lives in Arizona, and we toured with Sepultura during the '90s.
Okay.
And so we did, in the middle of doing this record, we decided to take a break and do a show because you write a record you're in the studio all day long. It's like, let's do a show. So we did a show, and Max came to the show. So
cool.
He's on stage singing with us. And, and we're backstage. And, we tell him, we're doing a record. Why don't you come down to the studio? So him and his wife Gloria came down, and it's like he wrote that song. And the next thing we know, we're recording it. And he's on the record. I mean, real simple. And and Randy's my friend. Randy, I've known Randy a while. We both quit drinking years ago, so we have that in common. That's our bond. And he's like the nicest guy in the world. And we were talking one day. I'm like, hey, you want to do that record? He's like, sure, send over a track. It's so simple. I like to say a big record company plot, and they called this lawyer, my lawyer called this lawyer, and my management got together, we're negotiating, and it's real simple.
Well, that's probably the best way. Now, you mentioned that you had to go out and do a show, so I see the only date listed for Body Count is going to be this summer at Chicago's Open Air Festival. Are you looking forward to that big festival?
Yeah, we like festivals. That's it's gonna be fun. We get to play with Korn, and we'll probably get there a day before and see Kiss. Because we're fans of music also, so we get to see these bands. That's why I like going to Europe and playing the festivals. I get to see all these bands that I normally don't see. But I think we're gonna have some more dates in June.
Okay.
They're gonna pop up. I just go wherever the flyer says. When I was younger, I used to be like, we're playing. Call the manager every day, like, where are we playing? You had any dates? And now it's just like, send me the flyer. I'll show up.
As far as music having the power to, move people, do you think the new songs on the record could potentially motivate some more people to get involved in these issues?
I hope so. It's like, we wrote this song to kind of lead the march, you know what I mean?
Right. As far as guitar players go, who are the guitarists that have been most influential to your style of play? The guitar player I listened to growing up was Ernie. He played for the Isley Brothers. Okay.
That's what I started on when I was really young. But later on, I started listening to Jimmy Page. I listened to Hendrix. Everyone thinks that Hendrix is a big influence on me, but Jimmy Page has been more of an influence. And Santana. I mean, a lot of different guitar players. Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin. I listen to a lot of guitar players.
Right.
I like George Benson. I like anybody that takes it serious. I like Steve Vai. I mean, I'm into that, but I'm not into that. You know what I mean? Sure.
A variety of styles and variety of players to help kind of mold everything.
Yes, exactly.
So, being that you have the new record coming out, a new tour in the works, you just had the video and there's going to be more to come, so I expect that we'll see a lot more from Body Count this summer, hopefully, and a lot of great things happening on this front.
Yeah, I think so. We're having a good time. That's what's important. Right now, the band is a lot of fun. Ice having a great time. You know, he's having fun with it. He just had a new baby, so the baby's going to be on the tour bus. I mean, it's that kind of, it's like that now. You know, we tour with a baby, and, you know, him and I are on the bus together. It's like, you know, everyone else is on another bus. We're kind of mellow and get there late, and but on time, but late, not, you know.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great record. I mean, wow is pretty much the only descriptive that fits. So I'm sure that it's going to be huge. I think this thing is going to blow up when it releases.
Thank you so much. That's great.
And thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. We really appreciate it.
No, anytime.
It's yellow, it's brown,